I'm Myrtle.
It was a snowy night in London. The first snowfall of the season had covered the city in a thin layer of white. I sat in the living room, the soft yellow light from the floor lamp shining down on the divorce file on the table before me. Everything was ready. I was just waiting for Ethan, my husband, to play out his familiar act one last time. His footsteps echoed on the stairs as he came down, putting on his coat, adjusting his tie in the mirror by the foyer. Seeing me sitting there, he looked startled, but quickly regained his confident demeanor. "I thought you were asleep. Why are you still up?" he asked, trying to sound casual. "Where are you going in the middle of a snowy night?" I asked, my eyes steady on him. "A client needs to discuss something urgently, a very important project," he said, avoiding my gaze, his hand gripping the car keys tightly. I stood, walked slowly to the table, and placed the file in his hand. "Then take this with you, since you're headed out anyway." Ethan frowned, opened the file. His eyes darted across each page. Evidence of his affair with Lily, the confession from Ava, the property transfer documents. His hands trembled, his face drained of color. "Myrtle, don't do this. I'm begging you." I kept my eyes on him, my tone steady and clear. "I'm not doing this. You did. I'm just protecting myself and the baby." Ethan's lips moved, but no words came out. His hands fell limp, the file dropping onto the table, a few papers sliding out, stark white against the snowy glow coming through the window. "I love you. It was just a mistake. Please don't destroy everything." His voice sounded like a lost whisper in the night. I shook my head gently. "Ethan, everything was lost the day you chose betrayal. I'm just taking back control of my life." I paused for a beat, then looked straight at him for the first time with no fear at all. "And there's something you need to know. The child I'm carrying isn't yours. It's Owen's." Ethan stepped back as if I'd slapped him.
What?
"You're lying," I replied, my eyes never leaving his. "I don't need to lie anymore. I had planned to let you believe it was yours. But after everything you've done, I don't need to keep any more secrets. I did all this not to get revenge. I did it to protect my child, to protect myself." Ethan collapsed onto the chair, his hands covering his head, his body trembling in the room that once felt warm, but now was filled with emptiness. "Let me take you back to the beginning. I was married to Ethan, a man from a wealthy family. His parents were strict and traditional, always emphasizing the importance of family honor. They forced us to sign a prenuptial agreement before our wedding, which stated that if either party committed adultery, they would forfeit all rights to shared assets. We had been married for 6 years, but I had suffered 3 miscarriages. The pressure for myself, from Ethan's family, especially his mother, was overwhelming. Every holiday, she would look at me with scrutinizing eyes and ask, "When will we hear good news, Myrtle?" I still clung to some faith in Ethan, in his promise that he was trying for our future. But one night, everything changed. It was 3:17 a.m. And I lay still on the vast bed, my eyes wide open, immersed in the darkness of our bedroom in the suburbs of Charlotte. Ethan had once again used the excuse of working late, an emergency meeting with an important client that lasted nearly until dawn. The ping of a message startled me. My hand trembled as I reached for the phone. The message was from Ava, a woman I had met at the company Christmas party. "I miss your skin against mine already. Can't wait until tomorrow when you tell her." I was stunned. I scrolled down with shaking hands, skimming through their exchanges, secret photos, promises to start over together. 6 years of love, of enduring the pain of losing children together, all shattered by a single message. I knew I couldn't confront Ethan right away. I needed a plan. I logged into his email and found more evidence of his affair, including restaurant reservations and luxury hotel bookings. I also found a hotel receipt that matched the day he said he had an urgent business trip, the day I was in the hospital after my 3rd miscarriage. During this difficult time, Owen, Ethan's younger brother, came to my rescue. One stormy night, he brought me some documents that Ethan had forgotten. We talked, and I poured out all my sorrows to him. One thing led to another, and we had a moment of weakness. 2 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. I knew the baby couldn't be Ethan's, but I considered telling him it was a miracle. However, discovering the truth about his affair with Ava shattered every plan I had. I decided to take action. I called Mr. Thompson, the longtime attorney of Ethan's family, to clarify the prenup. I learned that if Ethan committed adultery, he would forfeit all shared assets, and there was no clause punishing me for being pregnant by someone else. I arranged to meet Ava at a coffee shop. I showed her the prenup and told her that if she loved Ethan, she should walk away. She finally agreed to transfer offices and cut all contact. Then, Ethan came home one day and told me he had been offered a new position as a regional director in London. He said it was an opportunity to start fresh and make up for his mistakes. I agreed to go with him, not because I believe his promises, but because I saw it as a chance to get his signatures on the documents I needed. In London, Ethan seemed to be a model husband at first. He rented a luxurious townhouse in Kensington, decorated the nursery, and took good care of me. But soon, I found out he was having an affair with Lily, a new colleague at his London office. I continued to gather evidence of his affairs, including photos, emails, and credit card statements. I also got Ava's confession before leaving Charlotte. Finally, the time came. I finalized the divorce file and was ready to expose Ethan's betrayal. And that's how we ended up in that snowy night, with Ethan facing the truth. 2 weeks later, I gave birth to a daughter in a small hospital on the outskirts of London. Owen stayed by my side the entire time. When our baby's first cries filled the air, I felt a sense of release and pure happiness. Ethan left London not long after, taking with him the ruins he had created. And I began a new chapter, a chapter of strength, of freedom, and of true love, the love for my child and for myself.